When people hear about Africa, of course, they imagine danger, they imagine chaos, they, of course, imagine crime. But the truth is that many African cities are surprisingly safe, they are surprisingly clean, and they are surprisingly peaceful. You feel me? And that is why today we're going to explore African cities that are safer than you think. And of course, we're going to start with Kigali, Rwanda. Kigali is a city that is often called one of the cleanest and safest cities in Africa. You feel me? So Kigali is so clean that litter is almost impossible to find. And of course, every month people join together for a big cleanup day. They call it Omuganda. So, you can walk at night in Kigali without worrying too much about crime. Of course, Kigali has low crime rates, they've got organized streets, and they've got a peaceful vibe that surprises most people. Then next up we have Gaborone, Botswana. Of course, Gaborone is a city, that feels like a quiet, sunny neighborhood. Of course, Botswana is one of Africa's most stable countries, and Gaborone reflects that. So, Botswana has strong institutions and they've got transparent government which helps keep the crime low. And people walk safely at night and the police are known for being friendly and very, very helpful. So, Gaborone is very calm, very modern and full of smiling faces. Now, let's fly to Windhoek, Namibia. Windhoek has got wide streets, they've got pastel colored building and of course, they've got a relaxed pace of life. So, Windhoek is small, but of course mighty. Of course, Windhoek is one of the cleanest cities, cleanest capitals in Africa. Of course, many people say it feels more like a small European cities. And, people often say it is so peaceful that you can hear the birds more than the cars. So, Namibia is also one of Africa's most politically stable countries, of course, which helps keep the city safe. So, ladies and gentlemen, Windhoek is clean, Windhoek is organized, and of course, Windhoek is surprisingly calm. Then there is Port Louis, Mauritius. Of course, Port Louis is a tropical island city surrounded by turquoise water. Of course, Port Louis is not just beautiful, it is very, very safe. And people from all over the world live together here in Port Louis, and the crime rate is super low. So, it is like living in a postcard. Mauritius is famous for its beautiful beaches, they've got multicultural culture and they've got friendly people. And finally, don't forget Tunisia. This North African gem mixes ancient history with modern life. And Tunis is one of the safest cities in North Africa. They've got strong sense of community and pride, and the city of Tunis is like a history book you can walk through. So, with Roman ruins and Mediterranean beaches, Tunis is surprisingly safe for visitors. It is a hub for culture and calm living, you feel me? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for today's video. And if you want more global travel stories from around the world, you already know what to do. Hit that like button and follow us for more videos. And let me know in the comment down below which African city do you want to visit first. And who knows, your dream destination might be somewhere in Africa. So, see you in the next video. Bye bye.